Today is day 59 of 100 Random Acts of Kindness. We found out today that my trial didn't work at all. So, like I said, the cancer has spread to my dura. It's one of three layers, past the skull towards the brain. That has cancer in it, which would explain a lot of the pressure that I've had. I had some weird thing that when I would swallow for a few days, like right in the back of my head would really hurt. I have new nodes in my head. There was really no surprise that something was going on in my brain, and that's why brain is not part of the typical protocol, and I asked that it be part of the MRI. So I beg you, if something doesn't feel right, advocate for yourself. And it's really exhausting. And sometimes you're met with pushback, but had I not, we still wouldn't have gotten, nothing would have been done with the brain. It's not part of the protocol. But I pushed, and they suggested a CT, and I pushed back and said about being in an MRI and how I'm already in there, can we just do that? And they did it, and it showed progression. And I'm really starting to learn the subtle hints. They're not always there, and I don't always pick them up, but usually when I'm scared, there's a good reason. And then today, I got treatment because we thought, well, even if it is just that little part in the brain or in the cranium, if it's keeping everything in the stomach stable, in the abdomen, then that is what it is. So I got treatment, and then the scans were red, and we went down, and it has progressed more in my liver, so this trial just straight up didn't work. I do not regret trying. Both because it could have worked and because it produced data for others. And so many people before me donated their bodies to science to help keep me alive as long as they have been. So excuse me. I really thought I could get through this, but I don't think I lasted 5 seconds. So it didn't work, but I really don't regret it. I have to get my blood levels back up. My platelets are still pretty crappy. Neutrophils aren't terrible, but I need to be off it now for... We're going to try next week and see if my platelets will almost double, which is a tough feat, but we'll see. And to go from there is chemo, which I was really hoping would not be this soon, but to be fair, it's almost been 3 years, which is pretty damn good to stay out of chemo after a stage 4 diagnosis for 3 years. So, just in time for my birthday, which... Not exactly a bonus. My random act of kindness for the day is to my oncologist, who has always treated me like a daughter. Has compared many treatment plans to what she would do with her daughter. I have always felt and been told by her that I am a favorite. I think the way she says it, I'm very informed, and I know my body, and I know when to push and when to accept and kind of everywhere in between. And so today she stood up before she left, and obviously not knowing that this was a great appointment, she just stood up and gave me a kiss on the cheek and a hug. And when you have a relationship, okay, when you have a relationship with somebody like an oncologist who you adore, and it has been almost 8 years now, it is a very special relationship. And with her, I have a lot of respect for her, and I think she has a lot of respect for me. And we are making life and death decisions all the time. And that makes you feel very interwoven or something. We're very much a part of each other. And so that extra little kiss and hug was just kind of like a member of her family heard the news today. And so for all you medical professionals who are told to keep it professional all the time and not to get attached, and I can imagine getting attached to everybody would be, you'd burn out in months. But the impact that she has had on me by making it personal has made this even this much more bearable. So my random act of kindness goes to my oncologist today. For any of you who are in the medical field and kind of are wondering that balance, I know there is a balance. I know you can't treat everybody like your sister, your daughter, your mother, your brother, or son, or whatever, but sometimes I think it matters, and sometimes when it's been as long as it has, it sure does have an impact on the patient. So, talk to you tomorrow, and hopefully I am a little more in control of my emotions.